Hello, welcome back if you're a current subscriber. Welcome if you're new. So we got weekly empties and unempties. So let's start off with good old-fashioned cotton balls. I got through a bag of these 100 from the dollar store. I don't like those, but I wanted to finish them off. I got through 3 bags of the 200 jumbo cotton balls. Some of those weren't full because they were from upstairs or laundry room, so they were not full. So just so you know, those weren't all full, but I did go through those. All right, now let's get into Scentsy. I had these in my van. Vanilla mint. I had this multiple days. I couldn't smell it, so I just took it out finally. But the pods in my van with my little Scentsy Go usually last me 2 to 3 weeks, but I don't drive a ton right now. I'm sure I will once I start working again. But can you see the difference in the color of the pink haze versus vanilla mint? These are still online, I think. I wouldn't purchase these if I were you. They were like scentless. I really wanted to contact Scentsy and just share my disappointment, but I honestly don't think they'd care because I bought them from the last sale and I got them that way, that they were that dark colored, and it doesn't perform. All right, so let's go with Empties Vanilla Spun Sugar. I don't have the scent notes on this one. This was Easter collection. I really enjoyed this. This is in my Scentsy Club. It's floral. It's not really floral. It's more like, it's this blackberries, orchid. I really enjoy that. Sandalwood tangerine. This is cedar, tangerine, sandalwood. Now I love sandalwood, but I don't like cedar. I had to take this out. I'm sorry. I know Carson loves this. I could see why, because it's very masculine. It's a great scent. I just have found I don't like cedar. I went to Walmart. I had to pick up my son up from, my son only works 7 to 10:30. So I ran some errands, got my happy planners for my new job so I could get the kids' calendar, my calendar, all situated from everybody in the house so there's no mistakes. And so then I went to Walmart because I had some time and I was smelling all the wax melts, and there were some ones with cedar, and I was like, okay, that is what it is. And I had warmed that and thought, what was it I really didn't like? I think it's the cedar. It's a beautiful masculine scent. I'm not going to repurchase it. I'm sure if I had some, I would just put it in my husband's bathroom and he would enjoy it. I just didn't. Mandarin Zest was from, I think this was Easter. It's a nice citrus. I have a few more bars, but it's not in my club. Skinny dipping. Okay.
Unpopular opinion. I don't like this.
Green apples, melons, and pears. I have one more bar of this. Do you guys have any combos that you mix with this? Because for whatever reason, I normally like green apples. I normally like melon. I normally like pear. But I didn't like this warmed. Bora Bora Blossom. I did this in the laundry room. Love this. I think I have one more bar. I wouldn't be opposed to more of that. It's not in my club, so it is what it is. Toasted marshmallow. This is in my club. I only have like 2 bars left of this though right now, but my club comes in the fall. So this is, I can't read the font in this. It's just the best toasted marshmallow scent. You know, again, why doesn't Scentsy make this a staple? This should just be in the catalog. I'm sorry. It's just that good. Rum raisin cookie, day and a half. Put this in on, today is Saturday, Wednesday night, yesterday all day. Turned it on this morning. I was going to change it, but then I got distracted doing some other stuff for other videos I'm doing. And I shut my bedroom door so the dogs wouldn't get in. And then I came out and I'm like, what is that bakery? So it had changed from this very oatmeal raisin cookie to a lovely cookie bakery. It was really good though. Even at that point, I took it out only because I wanted to try another scent you're going to see in here to see what, with the dogs and the kids home, it was just kind of smelling a little bit rough. I needed a minty scent or something to change the smells I was smelling in my house with a bunch of boys home. Anyway, my wish, this is an old bar from 2 years ago, really sweaty, nasty. I did this upstairs in my open concept, which I normally don't have issues. It was strong for a couple hours and then I couldn't smell it. So it is an older bar, to be fair though. Okay, the Muppets. This is another older one. You can see it's super oily. I'm trying to pull the nasty clams and worm them. This is good. I wish I had another bar of this. I don't know the scent notes. It's kind of fruity. I don't know if there's green apple in that, but I enjoyed that. Okay, a few more Scentsy and then we'll get into vendor wax. Shoreline Drive. This is Dewy Greens Passion Flower Sea Mist. I like this. Some of Scentsy's sea blends have an off note. This one I didn't mind so much, but I will say I only did this in my bathroom and I had the warmers off because of this other scent that I warmed because I didn't want to take it out of the warmers. So I turned the warmers off for this, turned my bathroom ones on, which I have the Simply Warmer, the little small element warmer that gets super hot. And then I have the chip warmer in there. And I would say it was strong in my bathroom and more medium in my bedroom, which was fine. It was only 3 pieces. And if I would have done probably in my bathroom, mixed the two, it would have been stronger, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. I have another bar of that. I don't need any more. Just as an FYI, starting August 1st, the bars will be 10% off. So that's when I'm going to stock up on the bars that I want to make sure I have a few of, or I'm going to club them so I don't forget, because the new catalog rolls out September 1st, and I don't want to forget anything to my club. Okay, so what I did, I turned off the warmers in my bedroom. This was Quiver was in there for 2 days. This is vanilla flower, sandalwood, and tuberose. Tuberose. This is so unique and good. I was going to take this out of my club, I think like 6 months ago, and then I rewarmed it and I was like, no, there is something about this. I know people say it's old lady-ish. I don't know why, but it makes me happy. And every time I walk in my bedroom, bathroom, I'm like, I'm not taking this out of my club and I'm not taking it out of my warmers. So I turned it off yesterday. It was on day 3. I'm going to turn it back on tonight, but I wanted to test this scent out. So I kept the warmers in my bedroom off because I don't want to take this out and waste the 4 cubes because it's just so good. I love that scent. I'm so glad it's in my club. Coconuts for coconuts. So this is going to my bathroom. I used only 3. Now, does this remind you guys of coconut palm that was in the Bring Back My Bar, but better? This is better than that. I have that still in my club, but it's going to go out because I would put this in. This is a better coconut. This is Ocean Breeze weaves along a coastline lush with wild coconut and tiara flower. I like this. It's in there right now. It's a hot day out. I'm enjoying this. And this is strong in my bathroom and it's going into my bedroom and it only has the 3. So much stronger than the Shoreline Drive, but just that scent in general is kind of a little bit overpowering and overbearing. So I was happy to have that. And I'm actually going to order another bar of that and then I will probably club it just because you never know with Scentsy. Okay, so let's get into other clams.
And now we're done with Scentsy, okay?
Summer Scoop by Harper James. Banana, peach, vanilla, sugar, ice cream. This is good. Jen A gifted this to me. So Jen, thank you for this lovely blend. It was so good. I lost my garbage. I had my garbage or recyclable. I'll just put it in there. I really enjoyed that. So thank you for sending me that. Kay's Black Opium. I don't like this. I know Natalie loves this and I think Carson. It's vanilla cream, orange blossom, cedarwood. It is the cedarwood. Patchouli and coffee. Yep, it is the cedarwood. Yeah, great. Like it is a good scent, but it's just not that cedarwood for me I just can't do it. All right, I finished Big Top Lemonade from the Bathing Garden. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this. I got this last March. This was a powerhouse in my laundry room. It's so good. I'm trying to work through some vendors, and Bathing Garden is one I'm working through only because the glitter in it I just can't do that with my warmers and cleaning them. It's ridiculous. So if it didn't have glitter, I would totally do it, but I just can't do it anymore. And the performance is hit or miss with that vendor. Okay, so Kringle, this was gray. Jessica D raved about this. It's masculine. This one I don't mind, but it'll be in my husband's bathroom. The boys enjoyed it. They said it smelled good in there. So I was happy about that. For the Kringle, also I wanted to test the wax melt, so it performs so well. I was pleased about that. And I did purchase Kringle. I don't know if it's still going on. They had a $3 clam sale, so I did buy a bunch of those. I think I ordered almost every one of the new scents that I could get in wax melts. So as soon as that comes, I will post that. And if I love one of them on cold, I will go back and order the candle, because then, because the crinkle candles perform so well for me in my home. I don't have one complaint, you guys. I don't know. I also did have 2 candles sent to me from Kringle from Jamie. So Jamie, thank you for sending me 2 reserve candles. They are beautiful. I do have one ready for I did a review on it and I'm going to post that. It was the pineapple black reserve, like the black candle reserve. It is beautiful and so unique. So super excited that I got those. Like I said, so I did order a bunch of the clams or the wax melts in the new scents, because if I love them, then I am going to go back and order the candles, just because Kringle is newer to me. And I'm not ordering homeworks. We already talked about why. Okay, Super Tarts. Trying to finish some of my older clams from Super Tarts for a few reasons, one of which they're older, and two, if I can't get them on a regular basis, I'm just going to finish them and get rid of them. Just because she's not pouring as much. She's not always offering clams. I prefer clams. I don't want Bam bags in every scent that I don't know of. And this is the point. When I go through these, you're going to see a lot of these I don't love. And if I would have had to purchase, when she offers these in only Bams, that would make me very mad to spend the money on a Bam versus a clam if I hate it. One of which I didn't like is the Baker's Dream. Lavender pear, vanilla cream, sugar cookie. Now it's my own fault. I'm not blaming anybody for trying all these when I first got into vendor wax. It's my own dang fault. But I don't like this. It's going in my laundry room. I wouldn't repurchase that. Loki's Treats. Very interesting blend. Lemon ice box. Sorry, that Baker's Dream is a medium in my laundry room. Loki's Treats was strong in this studio for about 2 hours. And then after that, I could barely smell it. I literally was like almost overpowered. And then I was doing stuff in my studio here and I was going to take it out. And then I was like, oh, okay. So then I went out of the room. I was doing stuff in my living room. I had a new bookshelf my husband put together, so I was kind of in and out, and then I could barely smell it. So this was good, though. It was a little bit strong. I wouldn't repurchase it because I didn't love it. Lemon ice box, fruity cereal, buttercream rose jelly. I think the rose in this, I did not care for that, but I mean, it is what it is. It performed super strong but it was only like a couple hours. One that I didn't like is orange glazed pumpkin roll. It's orange zest, pumpkin roll, buttercream, brown sugar, vanilla ice cream. It was too spicy for me. Yeah, it was just a little bit too spicy. And look at the clams. This is only from May of 2022. They just get all, which it doesn't affect the performance, obviously, but they just are so squishy. This one is QT. It's lemon curd and white tea. I finished it. I didn't like it. Look at this. I wouldn't repurchase that. One that I do like is Sister Sister. This is sugar cookies, marshmallow, cotton candy, ice cream. Again, you'd think, oh, that doesn't sound great. But this one warmed is good. I have another clam of this, and I'm happy about that. I got this. This is strawberry jam blueberry cobbler. This was gifted to me. This is from Midnight Dahlia Company. This was good. It performed very well. This is Midnight Daydream. This is Mickey's Breakfast Belgian waffles with butter and maple syrup. This is from when I first got into vendor wax. This is from January of 2021. Very good. Performed great upstairs, like really strong. This one is from Fantasy Wax Melt. It's cider donut. It performed very well in my entryway. I cut it in 3 for those warmers. And it was just a basic cider donut. Again, I've told you I won't. This was gifted to me from April, but I just won't buy from Fantasy Wax Melt just because I broke down the price per ounce for you guys in my video. It's not, that's just too much. I'm not going to do it. You do you if you want to. That's okay. Another one I did my entryway was strawberry cream cupcakes from Candles by Victoria. I was like reading it and smelling it. This was from March of 2020. So I recently got this. So strawberry cream cupcake. It's good. It performed very well, but it's not my favorite strawberry by any means. It's not. I'm very picky about strawberry. You know that I don't love strawberries. That to me was just a boring basic strawberry. But I have other ones. So next time I won't order that one. I'll just order like a strawberry jam because I do like her strawberry jam one. I just didn't like that one in particular. Okay, scoopable tart wax. Alexis gifted this to me. This is cherry or caramel cherry Coke float. This is unique. It's not for everyone. It's cherry cola, sticky caramel, vanilla custard. It is strong. It's cola. It's caramel. It is strong. When I went the other night to run errands, I could smell this on my dress. It was that strong. Like I literally felt like I rubbed this on me and I didn't. So you guys, when I first got into vendor wax, Rose Girls had this in Scoopables. So if you know, it's been a while since she offered Scoopables. So I had this and I was out of it. So then I was whining about it on one of my videos and someone said, hey, I saw it on Mercari. So I went on Mercari and bought the Rose Girls one. So that's the next one I'm going to work on because for some reason I grabbed this one over the other one. Anyway, so I asked Rose Girl to pour it forever. Well, then when Kathy opened, I said, can you pour this? And she's like, yes, I can. And I bought 2 of these. I love this. It's not for everybody. I totally get it. For me, yes. Salt Mountain Melts, peach cobbler nachos, funnel cake, cinnamon sugar, syrupy peaches, cherry chutney, whipped cream. Okay, what I will tell you about this is when I got peaches from the peach truck from Georgia. They come up every year and they're the best peaches ever. We had peaches, so I had made cobbler. But this day that I warmed this, I used half of a souffle because I wanted to see how good does her wax really perform in my open concept and not using a full souffle because this is all I have left. This was amazing. So Sugar Melts by Stacy is not making wax anymore, and that was my favorite peach ice cream. If you can get this reminds me exactly of Sugar Melts by Stacy, and this was a great powerhouse, and I only used half a souffle. My kids came in and thought I made peach cobbler. I didn't. If you can get that, get it. Okay, a big womp womp this week is Savannah Blue Ursula. I love this on cold, but this is from 2021, September of 2021, so it's almost 2 years. Salty sea air, lavender, fresh cut grass with a speck of garden soil. So I have warmed this, and it's always been light anyway, but it's a really good, unique blend. But I warmed it, and it was like barely noticeable. I mean, and on cold, it smells like medium, but warming it, and I used half of a loaf in my bedroom bathroom. I was like, I thought I put something in my warmers, and then I went and realized if I stood over the warmer and smelled it, then I could smell it. But see, that's the problem I have with Savannah Blue in my house. Again, we all have vendors that just, somebody will say, oh, I love this vendor, and then the next person will say, well, that doesn't perform for me. That's how it works. I don't know why, but she's a great vendor. I'm not dissing anyone. It just doesn't work in my house. So Dessa's, I have 2 from Dessa's. Churro cart. This smells exactly like a churro. I would love more of this, but let me tell you, this is a red hot cinnamon to my nose. You don't like red hot, don't get it. Fireflies Beach Nights. Beautiful beach nights. Fireflies, I can't remember what's in that little bit of Apollo. I don't remember. It was very, very good. I finished one from California Scents. Ash's California Scents. I forget the name of this vendor now, but this was Frosty the Snowman. Birthday cake, saltwater taffy, boardwalk taffy. I won one of her Christmas samplers. I think this is 2 years almost. Performed so well for me. I am going to reorder from this vendor. I just got to figure out what they're called again because I love her wax. All right, so my battery died. I am so sick of this cell phone. I've said that a million times. So hopefully we can continue. Nana makes sense. I don't think this vendor is in business anymore. This was a fluffy butt. I named it. She had a contest. It's carrot cake, cream cheese frosting. Boom Boom, very good. Rose Girls, Fire Mario, and Zen. I've just discovered I'm not the biggest coffee lover, so I try to do that on the weekends in the morning for a couple hours and then just take it out. It's a great coffee scent. I just don't love coffee as much as I thought. Watermelon lemonade from the Melted Mousse. It's exactly what it is. It's so good. Teddy B's Crispy Dream, which is a bunch of donuts, and that's exactly what it smells like. Here's another coffee from Britta's. This was super good. Just not a love of mine. Coffee espresso, sugar cookie, butter brickle, caramelized pralines. Another coffee that I did was Christmas in a Cup. Now Zape does... I have 2 that I love, Christmas in a Cup and Red Cup Season. Those are like the only 2 that I love. The rest I'm just going to get through and not order again. This one is Eggnog Sugar Cookie Espresso Sweet Cream. It is truly a phenomenal Oh, the eggnog, it's literally like you have an eggnog cookie with an and you're drinking an espresso. Okay, then I have Once Upon a Dream from L3, which is fresh cut grass, watermelon, strawberries. So good. I would repurchase that one. Aqua Man Cucumber, Ocean Waves and Sea Breezes. This smells like Scentsi's Mahalo Coconut. I loved it. I would repurchase it. Raspberry Jam, Boom Boom Vanilla Ice Cream. It was good. Not a love. This was gifted to me. This is the Pharmacist's Daughter Mint Cookies, which is sugar cookie roll, butter, mince, marshmallow, peppermint. So good. I needed to clear the air, so downstairs, just, I don't know, with the kids in and out, and then the chickens are outside. But when you open the door, you sometimes get some smells from the chickens after it rains, so I had to put in a minty scent. I did Swanky Palo Bougie Vanilla, and this is a beautiful bougie vanilla. Loved it. Happy to have it. Okay, Sugar Bounce by Stacy Mango Berry Tea. It's a great fruity tea. Oh, it's such a good tea scent. This was a great performer upstairs. I really enjoyed that. This was another strong performer. This was I Believe in Magic. Sweet sugary crystals with hints of sweet butter and vanilla. Such a strong, heavy bakery. It was very good. And then lastly is Sassy Girl Aroma. This was lilacs in a vase. This is literally one of the best lilacs I have besides the melted mousse. I love this. It's very authentic. It's a little powdery, but it's very, very good. So I did, if you guys saw one of my videos, April did comment, I could say her name, that she is the one I'm going with. So we're super excited as soon as she opens. Like, I'm just waiting. She said, Julie said she should have a date. It sounds like she's meeting with the Chamber of Commerce or something like that and trying to figure out a launch date for her. So I can't wait till she announces it. I'm so excited. Okay, then Summer gifted me Oath, which is toasted marshmallow, sea salt breeze, s'mores, roasted pine cones, smoked vanilla, sugar cookie, and marshmallow. Isn't this beach nights with pine cones cookies? This was very good. I have this warming right now. I wanted to warm that again before we go and see if she has it. Her Santos Royal, which is Palo Santo sugar cookie royal and toasted marshmallow. I had this in my entryway. Every time I let the dogs out, it was so strong. At the North Pole is my favorite peppermint. It's just a creamy peppermint stick. It is sweet peppermint sticks with a creamy rich vanilla. I have the Scentsy Accord Warmer that I use for nighttime blends, and I put in like a bedtime blend at like 8 o'clock because my husband goes to bed usually earlier because he works really early in the morning. And so I put this in. It's about 12 hours. I had this in 2 days. It was super strong. So good. Really enjoyed that. Happy to have that. So that's what I got through this week. I know it's surprising that I've actually shared like weekly baskets because normally it's every 2 weeks. But I thought since I am not working right now, I'm going to get caught up as much as I can. Hang on. So I wanted to get this video out for you. And like I said, I don't know how it's going to work when I'm working. My training is going to be during the, when I was hired for night shift, which is 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So, but my training will primarily be on day shift, which is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. because there's more procedures, that I can see during the day. Now, I've worked in OB in the past. It's been since my son passed away that I left. I actually didn't leave until about 6 months after he left, but it has been 7 years since I've worked in OB. So I am going to have orientation, and then it will be based on how I'm doing for a timeline. But so I'm going to do a lot of stuff during day shift because C-sections are usually scheduled during the day, and then I get all the practice with that. So then when there's an emergency C-section, obviously I know what to do. I think things will come back to me. I'm a little nervous, but I have faith and I'm trusting God that this is where He wants me and that I can be helpful to women. So I am looking forward to it, like I said, but I am very nervous. So if you could just pray for my anxiety not to be so bad, because like I said, I know when I started school nursing 2 years ago or 3 years ago, because I didn't work last year. But I know when I started that I was super nervous and I almost wanted to cry going to work, and I had 4 hours of training. That was it. But I'm also a pretty good go-getter. I just know how to ask questions and get things done. So I know it'll be fine once I start, but it's not like I'm a spring chicken. I feel like all these nurses that when they gave me a tour, all these nurses are like in their 20s, and I feel like I'm just so old compared to them, and I'm just hoping I get to work with a bunch of great women. Now I do know 4 people that work there. 2 of the girls I went to college with, and each one of them helped me deliver my first 2 boys. They were actually, one delivered my almost 18-year-old, and then the other one helped deliver my almost 16-year-old, but both of them were there for those kiddos. And like I said, I went to nursing school with them. There's another girl that I worked with school nursing, and so she's now back there. So she actually left school nursing too, and now she's working in OB there. And then another girl I worked with when I worked in Menominee for 14 years, she's actually, because Menominee, where I used to work, their OB closed, so they had to come to the big city, which is really not that big, probably compared to a lot of you. But there's 4 people that knew of me, so when I interviewed, they all, like, apparently at their meeting, they were kind of going over who they were going to be interviewing. And apparently, like, a bunch of them said, oh my gosh, I know her, you should, so they all put in good word, gave me good recommendations, which is super awesome. And so I am really excited, but very nervous. So I don't know that I've shared that to all of you, but yes, I am going back to OB. It is nights, it is full time. So my prayer is, and again, I can pray about anything. Does that mean God's going to answer it? No. But here's what I believe. If I speak it and I believe it and I pray about it, I do believe it will come true. Especially for this. I feel like if God really wants me to be there, I'm praying that a day shift position opens up and a part-time day position, or I'll even do part-time nights. I just can't. It's hard for me to do full-time with 5 kids at home. I'm going to be honest. When I worked for this school, it was 40 some hours a week, and I have 5 kids at home, 2 of which work. No, 3 work now. Sorry. It is very hard, and we have always tried to make sure that my husband and I can, be there and help them. So I am really hoping and putting it out into the universe. Please, nights, part-time, or part-time days. Like, that's my goal. If I have to work this for a couple of years, I'm fine with that. If not, then I'll find something different. I have talked to a lot of you guys, and I've talked to my husband and my friends, and I'm going to try it. If I hate it and it makes my anxiety go through the roof working with babies, then I'm not going to stay. I know it's been 7 years since my son passed away. I get that. But I don't want to be, I always feel in nursing, I don't want to be a hindrance to somebody. I want to be there, be able to focus and help them. If I can't do that, then that's not the place for me. When I worked school nursing, I didn't have an issue. So I don't know how it's going to be working with moms who are having babies. My son was 15 months old. He was a baby when he died. 2 weeks or 10 days after he was born, I ended up with almost died and lost my uterus. So I could never have a baby again. And maybe you think, oh, you had 7 children. That's a blessing. You're right, it was. But my son died, and I would have had another baby because it was freaking horrible. So it doesn't mean that I don't have grief and loss and pain and that I don't know how I'm going to be. But I am going to go back to my counselor because I want to work on the things that are bothering me in my life. I don't want the devil to ever defeat me, because if he wins, if he gets me, he wins, right? So I don't want him to think he can knock me down. If I feel that I am supposed to be in this position, I am not going to let the devil win. I am going to live my life and fight him tooth and nail until I take my last breath, because I believe truly that the devil is my anxiety. I believe the devil is he gets you where he can get you. And that's where he comes at me. And he's very mean to me. I don't really like him a lot. Anyway, this is rambly, but I just wanted to share some life updates with you because things will be changing, but that's okay. We can all grow and change. And just in case in the next couple weeks, things start to dwindle about me posting or whatnot, I'm here. And I would just appreciate the prayers, the love, the encouragement. If I'm not on here or not posting, please just shoot me a message like, how you doing? Are you surviving? I start on the 31st. So like I said, I'm excited, nervous. I think I'll be okay. I'm a good nurse. Like I loved working with women and babies. I was a CLC, so I was and an IBCLC, which is the Internationally Board Certified Lactation Consultant. And if I want to do that again, you have to like do so many hours, then you have to take this super long, like 2-hour test on lactation. It's like no joke. But I had my license or IBCLC certification. I had that, but because I haven't worked, obviously after a couple of years of not working, that goes inactive. So I would have to redo that, which, hey, if things go well, I would love to work with women with breastfeeding again, especially because I had a child with special needs and not everybody does. And so I feel like I could benefit and be a great cheerleader for another mother. It took me 2.5 months to get my son to nurse and latch, but I did pump for those 2.5 months. So I'm just trusting God in this, and we're going to see where it goes. And I have there's no disappointment if it doesn't. Like, if my husband, I've talked to him, if my mental health goes, then I've already know that I'm going to start counseling again, because I don't want to set myself up to fail. But if they're just things are not continuing to get better, I have to do what's best for me. And I've learned that since losing a child, that no job, nothing is worth you not being the best version of you. There's other jobs out there. There's, you have to do what's best for you, and therapy and medication, whatever you need to do to get you there is what you should do, because life is just hard. It's hard enough. It's hard enough. Anyway, I've rambled too long. With that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.